Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to Love Adventure number 2 readings. The last time I did love readings was about 3 or 4 months ago. It was like back in June of this year. So it's time for an update. Now, these are timeless, of course, but love is such an amazing adventure into knowing who we really are. So we're going to jump in and see what's coming next in our adventure of love. If you want to check out the previous ones, I will throw a link to the playlist for the Love Adventure number 1 at the end. So if you want to go check those out, feel free to do so. But let's go ahead and jump in and see what is in store for you. All right, all my Pisces, this is your reading for the 3-month adventure in love. And we're going to start off by pulling a card here from the Rumi Oracle. And what this is going to represent is just overall what the Creator wants you to know about the 3 months, like the overall theme, or the overall energy, or just what the Creator wants you to know about the next 3 months of your love adventure. All right, Creator, what do you want our Pisces to know about this 3-month adventure in love? All right, that is the 1. And do you have commitment? Card number 31? 31, yes. Look at beautiful colors in there. Yes, and commitment comes in many forms, don't it? So it can be commitment to loving another individual, of course, which is, you know, the common thing to do, or at least the common intention. But really, a commitment to loving yourself is a huge one, I'm feeling. It's a general reading, so it's going to be different for each one, of course. But I really feel, for some, like we talked about, it's a commitment to a higher level of love with another individual in your life. And then, like, it can be, you know, romantic or intimate. It can be friendship. It can be family. It can be, like, work friends. It could also be to your fur babies or feather babies, so your animal companions. It can be in any level of that. And then, of course, commitment of love for yourself, really discovering and focusing in on giving you that nurture and that love for yourself. Also, for a commitment to a higher connection of love into the spiritual realm as well. So whatever one resonates with you, you know, look into that. And then I'm going to read from here. It goes a little bit here. And so I thank you in advance for your patience as I read to you. You're going to have a little bit of a story time with Brada Zen, but it's totally worth it. As I've read through each, you know, one of these cards, it has totally been worth the time to do it because they're such powerful and amazing messages. And it starts off with like a quote from Rumi, or like one of his poems. It says, "The awakened heart is like a lantern. Keep it sheltered from the turbulence of the winds of desire." And then he has a little commentary that he has, which says, "We are candles lit by the one great flame. The breath of life does not extinguish us. On the contrary, it only serves our flame to blaze brighter. Here in the temple of one love, there is no flickering or smoke to our flame. We are natural in our purpose, simply to bring the warmth and light of love to life. We dance, though we are stillness. We are on fire, though we do not burn." Love it. He's very poetic, and I love his use of words. And then it goes on to say, "There is a flame that must be safeguarded. In truth, it can never be extinguished. It is the light that never goes out. Even with such enduring power, our recognition and respect of this flame is essential to human development. The flame is holy and lies within each human heart. When the flame is recognized for its worth, it ceases to flicker and smoke, becoming very still. And in the stillness, the light can fulfill its destiny to shine brightly so as to reveal every path absolutely clear and without wavering in the fluctuations of fear and attachment. Desire does not have to be hindrance on the path. It can show us our passions and help us find our purpose. However, the attachment that can come with desire, the belief that it can be sated only with one particular person, one set of circumstances, it can cause us to stop looking at what the light is revealing to us, the way forward on our path in the here and now. And instead, we try to forcibly conjure the shadows to become what we imagine they should be. When we stop seeing life as it is, showing up for us every moment and engaging with it as it is, we can become careless with the light of the heart. Our huffing and puffing to force what does not need to be forced can cause the heart light to flicker and waver. And this can make our way seem uncertain, and doubts can crowd in upon us as the light is compromised in its purpose. We forget to trust in what is because we get caught up in the attachment and fear surrounding our desires. Rather than letting life move us, we try to move life. Oh, that's always works out well for us, right? There is a way forward on your life path that needs to be seen by you now. It'll be helpful for you to have that clarity and that certainty. You might have already caught a glimpse of it, but you may be doubting your vision or yourself. This oracle comes as a reminder to you. Don't doubt what you're feeling deep within the passionate love of your heart light is true. It is real. You're being led into it by the progress of life itself. You must trust in this, even if it seems at times as though you're being led away from the vision. Life operates according to a genius that is beyond a linear approach. It is to be trusted rather than understood. There's enough challenge in the personal transformation being asked of you to simply take the steps. That is more than enough. You do not have to also create or control the terrain, nor determine the map for the journey. You simply need to take each step that presents itself to you in each moment. Don't let fear that your desire won't manifest cause you to try to bend life to your will. It's an unnecessary battle, and one that will not serve your soul here. Instead, just show up, be present, attend to what is before you in each moment, and trust yourself. Let the light of your heart take you into serenity that will bring you the balm of a solid core of comfort, even whilst the world shifts and changes according to the workings of divine will. As you move along your life journey step by step, that divine will is moving you to, Shining One, into fulfillment of your destiny. Life is not working at cross purposes with you. Far from it. It is a co-conspirator with your heart. I love that. Come back to the stillness of the love within and know your heart light to be what it is, reliable and true, showing you the way even now in peace and stillness. Perfect. Yeah. So I love, so this 3-month period really, I feel, regarding love and self-love and all the love we talked about in the beginning, is about what you are trying to force, getting clarity around that, and how you can trust your inner heart and let go of those things you're trying to force and move with the peace, not trying to swim upstream and getting a face full of water, but going with the flow of life and embracing and trusting that it's taking you to your destination. I'm also going to pull a card here from the Crystal Medicine Oracle. And this is going to represent what kind of tool or medicine can help you with that letting go of that force. What's your your spiritual volume that's going to allow you to relax and go with the flow, dude? Not be so feeling like you need to control all those things that you can't control anyway. Because what is it that you can truly control in the outside world? Not a whole bunch of a lot. But what you can control is the story that you put around whatever's happening, and that is your power. And that is the most important thing to control, because no matter what happens in life, you get to determine what it means about you by what story you put around it, right? So that is your power. All right. So Creator, what else would you like Pisces to know about this next 3 months, and like what tool can help them with letting go of trying to control and force things to happen in their world, and to be able to just go with that beautiful flow and trust? I do with this one right here. I am presence. And cosmos is the medicine, along with the Celestite, and it's card number 15. Yep, the I am presence. Kind of be here now, right? That's the little you down here. Right here. There you are. And like it talked about in this one about the divine guiding your steps. But we'll see what the book says here. And don't worry, this is not as long as this other one. It's has beautiful information though. So let's see. Yep, so you've attracted this powerful, high vibrational card into your awareness today as a reminder that your I am presence is calling for your attention. The I am presence is your higher self, the light of your soul, the all-loving, all-wise, and all-knowing aspect of the self that is available to you at all times. You're deeply connected to the love and wisdom of the universe, and this aspect of your soul is now awakening within you strongly. I am presence is always whispers words of wisdom and guidance to assist you on life's journey. Yeah. Have you been asking for guidance of late? Have you been feeling lost and lacking in inspiration? Are you disconnected and confused? Whatever you're currently experiencing, your higher self is here to guide the way. Understand that your prayers have been answered, and you have entered into a time of awakening and deep knowing as your I am presence. The higher self is here to remind you that you're never alone, and you have everything you require to move through this time. It's time for you to trust and follow your wisdom as you embrace your mastery, knowing that you are an embodiment and expression of the God source at all times. You are encouraged to connect to and become more aware of this aspect within yourself. Take some time for yourself. Stop, connect, and listen to your soul as it has divine guidance for you. It would be highly beneficial to practice the art of meditation, as this will assist with connecting you to your I am presence at its deepest level. Beautiful. And then cosmos is part of the medicine. And for that it says, the meaning of the cosmos in this card is the forever expanding universe, which is constantly birthing itself into form. The creator of all that exists is an all-loving, all-wise, and all-knowing source of existence. The cosmos contains the great mystery of life and death and everything in between. It is the force that allows our hearts to beat and make the world go round, manifesting life as we know it. You may know the source of creation as God, universe, Lord of hosts, Abba, Most High, Elohim, Jehovah, or Adonai, or by some other name. Humanity has worshipped the God source from the beginning of time, and each race has their own personal story and meaning of how it came to be. When you connect to this higher power in prayer, ritual, and ceremony, powerful states of consciousness and ways of being can be experienced. Even astonishing miracle healing can take place. Humanity is deeply connected to this source, and we can call upon it anytime for guidance. We have the power of the universe within us and available to us at all times. Yeah. So I really feel, there's a strong message here about connecting to your higher self, your higher realms of spirit beings, right? Because the I am presence is, I am who I am, the mighty creator of all things, the mother and father of all things. And this love, this inner love, actually flows out of us anyway and influences every area of our life. Because if we're not connected to our inner self-love and we only love ourselves this much, without that, that's as much love as we can give the world, and this is how much love we can receive from the outer world. And as we connect with our inner love and our self-love, then our ability to be able to love others just becomes this flood, fire hose of amazing flow of love energy out to the world. It also allows us to receive more love from the outside world, even though it's all becomes extra when you connect to that amazing love within, which is what this represents. This pink quartz represents our higher heart, our heart that's full of unconditional love. What we're going to look at next here, I got two decks, exactly the same except for the color on here. They're Love Oracle decks. And this one's the shadow side, and it's going to represent, we talked about here, the stuff that you're trying to force and control in our lives. And then we'll take from this deck, which represents the unconditionally loving side, once we're connected with that higher love. And then we'll see when we go with the flow, what do we experience? So it'll give you this good comparison here. And of course, it's a general reading, so not going to be able to have every single situation on the side. So take what resonates with you and leave the rest for other people. And of course, you'll have your own awarenesses. And then you being Pisces, you swim in the world of emotion. So it is no mystery to you. You've done a lot of deep diving and swimming, so you understand a lot about your emotions, but you always are up for knowing more. You love searching the deep blue sea. All right, Creator, what do you want our Pisces to know about what they're trying to force in the external world? Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Yep, and so you've got ascending here. So transcending obstacles, learning expansion, new phase, preparing for union. Yeah, and so rather than going with the flow, it's like you're trying to control. Pisces, you're usually very spiritually oriented in some way, either in organized religion, or you've stepped outside of organized religion and you're looking even for more spirituality because that wasn't enough. You were hungry for more and more, and so you're always trying to get to this place like, I want to get to the top, I want to get there now, and so you're trying to force your ascension. You try to force your ahas, and that doesn't work, right? Because it's when we're trying to force and go, I want alignment in this area, but the Creator knows that in your higher self and all this plan they have is like, well, but this is what will better serve you for now. You'll get that later, but this is what's to better serve you now. And you're like, no, I want dessert now. I'm like, well, you need to eat something nutritious first. It's kind of like that feeling. It's like, no, you don't have to force it. But this is like that awareness of you don't have to force moving to the next stage. And we can get into that. Our spiritual ego does try to take over And say if you're spiritual, then you would be much farther in your life by now. So you better hurry up, because you're supposed to be here by now and you're only here. And there is none of that. This is all about experience. And you are in the perfect place, at the perfect spot, at the perfect location in your life, for your life. And everyone has a different life to experience here. So we love comparing ourselves to everyone else and going, well, they're there. And they're like, well, their journey is completely different from you. You're on a different track. So don't compare yourself to that. That's not what you're wanting to learn. Like, well, they're in biology class cutting frogs. And you're like, well, that's okay. You didn't want to be, a doctor. You're wanting to be an engineer. So you need to be in math classes. Cutting open frogs isn't going to help you be an engineer. It's that kind of feel to it. And then healing heart. Healing from heartbreak. Yeah, so definitely, again, with healing, and both of emotional and physical, there's this trying to force things. And again, it has this, when we have this belief that I'm not supposed to be experiencing this, I'm not supposed to be going through this, I'm supposed to be, should be feeling a different way. I shouldn't be feeling this pain. I'm not supposed to be feeling pain. When we resist and try to force our healing, and sometimes, of course, you wean yourself off of medicine too early, or you try, okay, my legs is fine, and then you end up hurting it again because you didn't give it time to heal. You're forcing, because again, you're trying to get to a place that you think you should be, instead of recognizing you're in the step that, like it was mentioned here, you're in the step that you were supposed to be in right now. Otherwise, you'd be in a different step. You're in a certain situation as you are right now, and that's where you're supposed to be. Otherwise, you'd be somewhere else. And so it's beautiful awareness around, you don't have to push and force healing. Let it flow, and enjoy the process. Don't try to rush through it, because when you rush through it, it's not all done there. It's almost like someone rushing through surgery, and they're like, did you get all the infection out? Yeah, I think so. I got most of it. And they're like, well, did you take your time? Well, yeah, kind of. It's like, no, you want to make sure that you experience it fully. Otherwise, you'll just experience it more in a different classroom. X. So breaking up, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment. But yeah, for this is like you're, when you trying to force to let things go when it has not completed its purpose in your life yet. And so our mind will tell us, okay, you need to let this go. You need to be over this by now. You should be over this by now. So just let it go. Cut. Either cut in relationships, friendships, jobs, things out of your life, getting rid of things, blah, 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 whatever it might be. But if your heart isn't in it, and it's not of the higher purpose yet, then, like I mentioned in this one, it's just going to come back around. It's like, I'll tell you, like with relationships, when I had like 5 relationships, and they were kind of different, but they were kind of all the same. You know what I mean? That I kept on choosing the same teacher, the same class. I just was doing it at different colleges, right? It's like, I don't like the algebra class here. I'm going to leave that and go to this school. Okay, now I'm in algebra class at this school. And they're like, well, it feels a lot like that other algebra class. I don't like it. I'm going to go to this one. Well, this algebra class seems to be the same no matter where I go. And it's like, well, yeah, because you're in algebra class. Once you finish algebra, take your time, learn, grow, understand, then then you move on to a different class, right? And I love, so it's about trying to force ending the lesson before it's truly done, what it needs to do. And then passion. And this kind of has a double meaning for me for this reading. One is like when you're trying to force yourself to care about something you really don't. That doesn't work for very long. from experience, at least from my viewpoint. But Spirit is saying, like, yeah, it's like anything. If you want to work out and you want to work out for you, you're going to work out. But if you're going to work out because you think other people think you should work out, and because you think other people think you should be skinnier or more fit or more muscular or whatever it may be, if it done for other people, that passion is forced passion and it doesn't last long, right? And the other thing is, around forcing how you feel about someone as well, because that can go into relationships too, where you're like, someone's chased after you, someone's pursuing you, even like job, like someone's pursuing after you, headhunting you to work for a job or something like that, and so because of your self-worth, and you're like, well, I'm going to, you get drawn into the relationship with them or the job or the company, and because it wasn't your true passion for your life, again, it doesn't last long. You can try to generate all that love for it, and it doesn't happen. And that can go with what you think that you're supposed to do in life too. We get a lot of opinions growing up on who you're supposed to be, what job you're supposed to be in, what type of person you're supposed to be too. But I really feel around the job, it's like you're trying to force yourself to smile and be energetic and even though it's a type of occupation that you have no desire for, but maybe everyone in your family does that. Everyone in my family is nurses. Everyone in my family is in the military. Everyone in my family is police officer. Everyone in my family is whatever. And you're like, I really don't want to do it, but you're trying to generate and force the passion. It doesn't work, right? And so this is about realizing those things that you're forcing in your life, and to open up to those. Okay. And then we're going to put the beautiful rose quartz heart here. And then as you connect and you understand and you see and you let go of all this forcedness, then when you go with the flow, let's see what kind of experiences the Creator wants you to know are available to you when you go with the flow. All right, Creator, so far Pisces that go with the flow, what do you want them to know? They really want that one. Wow, okay. What else? All right, and what else? Nope. Okay. Ta-da! Unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion. So definitely that is what you get to experience. Unconditional love. No fear of losing the love. You get to feel one and whole. You get to have self-love instead of, all this forced stuff usually is, has to do with how you think you're worth to others, which I call retail price. So when self-love pops up, I always hear, yep, that's the opposite of retail price. What you're worth to others is how you're determining your worth, but your self-worth comes from yourself. Retail price comes from the value outside yourself. So if you're a coat, a very warm coat during the winter in North Alaska, you are so sought after and you're amazing. But then in the summer in South Texas, you end up on the blue light special clearance rack at 90% off, because that's how retail works. It depends on the season and how other people are feeling that unstable market. Whereas when you find your love from inside, from this unconditional love, from the cosmos, from the Creator of all things, then you feel that stableness and that unconditional love. Then you have the clock. Yep, time to heal, progress. And it's funny, it's healing heart, goes right over here. So time, it takes on a whole different meaning for you in your life when you go with the flow. Because when you don't resist it, an expectation and a supposed to is from the ego. The ego really has this timeline of supposed to be's, how long things are supposed to take, and all that stuff, and that puts the pressure on there. But when you trust the Creator and that life is unfolding for you, and everything that you're experiencing is about expanding who you are, and is part of your classroom to understand who you are by experiencing what you're not and experiencing all these amazing things, then you trust the timing of things too. It's like they used to say, do you trust God? Yeah. Do you trust his timing? Well, it all goes together, doesn't it? Yeah. And then you have healing heart here. So you really do then have a healed heart, because this love, this unconditional love, is what does heal our heart, right? Because the heartbreak that we feel that we were having was all this based on this belief system that we have as humans, that our heart can be broken. And people are like, oh, I really felt a broken heart. And it's like, yeah, we do feel something in our heart when we go into fear. It's called fight or flight. And it does. It feels like the sword or this axe, sword getting, being sliced through your heart. But it's like someone pinched your heart. And that's when you go into panic mode. That's when we go into fight or flight. Because if you ever have someone scare you and you have that feeling, you're like, oh, wow, you scared me. And it's like, well, that's the feeling of heartbreak that you feel when you are scared that you're going to be unlovable. And so when you look at that, you understand heartbreak, that feeling is just moving into fear, and that our heart can't be broken because our true heart, our high heart, can't. It's made of unconditional love, and it can't be broken. And so you learn and you heal as you become aware of all that, and you go with the flow. Then your heart does heal, and it takes the timing of the Creator, and you're experiencing everything that you're wanting to experience, taking it step by step, like it talked about here. In this card. Oh, and you get kisses. Unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection. So definitely, this is all about, you get to express unconditional love without, and like it says, unconditionally, without expectation, without strings attached. This is about love is a currency in this world. In unconditional love, you have everything you need inside you. So you have so much, it fills you up, and everyone gets the overflow that flows out of you. So it's a different total feeling from it. No expectations. It's all free. I'm full, whole, and complete. Over here, we're running on empty. And so we need to make sure that we're getting love. And any love I give, I need to get something out of it, because I don't have much love to give. I'm running on empty, right? And so it's this beautiful flow. I love these messages. And then next, we're going to pull some cards here from the Everyday Tarot. We're just going to see what else the Creator would have you to know about these next 3 months in this love adventure. But yeah, definitely, like I was talking about before, every love type that you have in your life is impacted by this. Because when you're in like a codependent type of relationship, where you're giving love and not getting anything back, and you're kind of like this barrel with all these siphon pipelines at the bottom just sucking the life and out of you, and you never feel whole and complete. Let's say you feel like you're running on empty. You get resentful that people are taking from you, and you don't feel like you're getting enough back. And it's just this real, again, giving with these strings attached. You're supposed to be grateful when I give you love, and you need to give me love back, and you're not. It's this whole very, I'd say toxic, type of feeling. In fact, now that I say a barrel, I see it as like a toxic radiation. It's a radioactive kind of love instead. But when you're in this, it's this beautiful, you can look at this beautiful cup, beautifully ordained, And the flow, it's like the Ace of Cups in the tarot. It's this beautiful flow of love from above, filling you up and then overflowing, and you feel whole and complete, and it's beautiful, and everyone's getting this overflow, and it's just free and nothing attached, and it's so delicious. And that is the living waters. That's the living unconditional love that quenches us. The other stuff, it just makes us thirstier. It makes us more bitter. This is beautiful. All right, Carter. What else do you want Pisces to know about this next 3-month adventure here? All right. Boom, boom, boom. Yep, 9 of Pentacles. And this is beautiful because Pentacles are about your outside world and your abundance and your feeling of wholeness. And it is about being self-sufficient in this card, because she's in her garden, she's got plenty, she's dressed to the nines, she's got abundance, and she's well taken care of, and she has her beautiful feathered friend there, which is, our higher self and our higher angels. So she's not alone. She's feeling very satisfied, very abundant. And again, she's alone, so she's not needing anyone else to do that. So it's this very beautiful, self-sufficiency, self-love. In fact, I kind of feel like I want to reverse these and put that this is how you feel with that. And then you have the Star card here, which is the chalice with the living waters. This is the Aquarian, represents Aquarian because she's the water bearer. And not only does she bring hope, she helps you connect and understand who you really are, your higher self, like this is all talking about. So it's about connecting to your higher self. And she brings hope, especially in this dark night of the soul. It's all dark here. That's when you see yourself, your higher self. Because during the daytime you don't see the stars, it's at night you see the stars. What I love is she's the water bearer. She brings, again, this unconditional love we were talking about, and it pours out both on land, which is your the physical world and your thoughts, and also she's pouring it out into the water, which is your emotions and your spiritual side. So it ends up flowing beautifully into all areas of your life. Yep, and then you have, in fact, I'm going to move that here. A lot of movement. Because you got the King of Swords here, which the swords are about your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your expectations, and all of that. And this Ace of Swords that this king carries, the king is, of course, at the end of the suit, so he's learned so much. And he's learned that there's things that you no longer serve you, and that sword is what he uses to cut them away, and it brings in the higher truths. And he has his hand extended, which is that he's open-minded, and he's able to let things go and bring in new ways of thinking and new ways of believing. And he is seated on this cup throne here. With cups are the emotions. And so, of course, with you being emotions, this is about he's learned that you don't just go off of logic, and you don't just go off of your old beliefs and your old thinking, that you do connect to your emotional side, to your intuition, to your higher world, because this is the world of love, and that's where we're actually feeling beings who think, not thinking beings who feel. We're beings of love, and so we come down here, and this is all about this transition that happens, all this thinking, you're getting out of your mind and into your heart. And that's what helps you transform, again, with all this connection to who you really are. Your higher self is what brings this beautiful switch. In fact, we're going to move that here and put this over here. And we're also going to pull a card here from the Guardian Angel cards, and to see what your Guardian Angels want you to know. What special message, especially since we're talking all about connecting to the higher realms here. It's like, what message does your Guardian Angel have for you? Sorry, it's always an interesting experience trying to shuffle heart-shaped cards. It doesn't always go as expected. There we go. That's the one right there. And I love showing this here because it is a message, especially we kind of mentioned it here already, but that you are never alone, that you are surrounded by a mighty host of beings of unconditional love and light that have your greatest love and life experience in mind, and they're always supporting that. You have the Creator, of course, Spirit, your guardian angels and angels, spirit guides, your loved ones who've lived here with you on this earth and that have already returned home, your ancestors. It's just endless, and you have this beautiful, beautiful just host of beings. So just know as you're going through everything, you're definitely not alone. And it's funny because this is the star card here, and you got the star again. And that says, believe in yourself. You are a wonder of creation. Wash away all fear and discover you're a shining star. Allow all around you to just be. Let go of trying to control life, for the light of your soul will guide you always towards love. Remember, stars are born through the explosions of love. Love illuminates all things. Never forget, you are truly a shining star. Can't make that up. You just can't. And then lastly, we're going to pull from this from the heart affirmations. And I'm introducing this white quartz or clear quartz heart crystal here. And we're going to put it over your past here, all these things that you're trying to force and control. Because what that does is it helps bring clarity to those situations. It brings clarity to what you're trying to control and why. And a question that can come up, and a few questions, when you are feeling this anxiousness about life, you can ask yourself, 1, what am I trying to control? Number 2, what am I trying to fix? What do I think needs fixing? And number 3 is, what am I fearing? Because if you trust the Creator that life is unfolding for you, then you trust the timing and you trust the events, and there is nothing to fix, right? I can hand in my little God's deputy badge, God's little sheriff, say, here, I don't think you need my help anymore. I think you've got it under control. And when you realize that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things, there's nothing left to fear. So this crystal, let this energy just permeate all this control, all this forcefulness that you're trying to force in your life, and let it bring that clarity so you can be free from that and enjoy the beautiful flow of the river on a beautiful inner tube instead of trying to go up whitewater rapids. All right. And then Creator, sorry. What else do you want Pisces to know? For your final messages for Pisces during these next 3 months of their adventure of love, please. Okay, that one. What else? Okay. And what else? Start with this one, and you have, I reawaken my soul's desire to learn and grow beyond existing limitations. I love that. We're going to move things around again. I feel like that one goes here. The power of the universe shines within me. Shining star, I think that goes here. And then lastly, you have, I release fear of the unknown. I can move forward with energy and enthusiasm. Yes, absolutely. Beautiful, beautiful messages. I am loving this for you, Pisces. I have a Pisces moon and like 3 or 4 other planets and celestials, spheres, whatever you call them, in Pisces as well. So I resonate so much with Pisces energy. But I'm loving this for you. And just know as you go throughout this next 3 months adventure that you are definitely unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And I love you too. If you do want to check out the first timeless love reading that I did, the link is up here or down here somewhere, and it'll take you to the playlist, and just choose Pisces, or if you have any other strong, a lot of different type of zodiac sign in your chart, be sure to check those out, whatever you're drawn to, because there's always beautiful love messages for us. So just enjoy your moments step by step as you go through this next 3 months. And I am sure I'll be talking to you very, very soon. You take care now.